Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lucid, and we've got another turn with Bogarus. So this is the big turn. We're storming Vettiheim's capital for the second time. Well, kind of third if you count the golem. But yeah, we cast a bunch of spells. We see a Patala rolling out with some Mendaha. And this, of course, is the Lanka unit. And this is one of my favorite units in the game. Just a huge freaking badass. Size 6, so immune to air elementals. Soul Vortex means he's going to be, I don't know, this is like way overkill. Way overkill for an army like this. I wouldn't even use him for stuff like this. I'd be using him to kill way harder things. Vettiheim, we've managed to catch their golem. This guy has been causing us all sorts of problems. However, we are prepared. We got a few guys summoning air elementals, and we got this guy who's done summon earth power and power the spheres. And he's going to run forward. He's pretty high in fatigue, but he's got that reinvigoration, so he's running forward. Meanwhile, these golems are trying to trample him. They're not going to do too much damage because he's ethereal, so that will negate a lot of the damage. And yeah, he's waddling forward. By the time he gets into combat range, he's... well, there, he casts Legions of Steel. So there you go. That will cast off script if there's nothing else to cast. There's opposition. We're trying to steal him. And there goes Shatter. So that's pretty painful. And there's another Shatter. And that, my friends, is how you kill a golem. With an enormous PD dump. But we got most of the gear, which is pretty sweet. We had a few commanders that increases your odds for picking it up. Got a Vine Shield, got a Starshine Skull Cap, got Boots of the Messenger, and got an Astral Serpent. Then we hit Vaettiheims with some horrors there, killed some things. Wait, was this where there were a lot of... no, this was just a casual one sending him in. And then we have the battle for the fort of Vettiheim. And my god, guys, this is a scary-ass army. Probably a little light on mage support, but we've got a lot of what we need. You know what, guys? We're going to do this with the soundtrack.
What are they howling at the storm? What the...
All right, and that's that. So I'll watch it again with a bit of commentary. So we've obviously got a lot of demons. We know he's doing turn 1 storm, so we're flying over post-haste. So he's got storm, but it's too late. And these guys are pretty much already buffed to be really good. We've got Rush of Strength on them and Darkness, so they hit for a walloping 21 damage a hit. And there goes Fog Warriors. And I believe we have poison resistance on them too, so the bugs won't hurt them. And these Storm Demons are dropping some pretty intense lightning bolts. I don't know if we have Will of Fates off yet. We might not have cast it this fight. I think I didn't have a caster. And we have Army of Gold now, which means we're not going to take hardly any damage. And, yeah. They've got, I believe, their own... Yeah, they have fire resistance. So the Firestorm is really mostly for bugs and things like that. But yeah, so the Butcher's Ledger, we killed everything. We lost 10 Fiends of Darkness and 5 Demon Knights, which is, I would call, acceptable attrition. We gained a Troll King. We'll have to, it's probably worth Gift of Reasoning him. But most importantly, we gained a ton of items. We had the Black Book of Secrets. We got a Ghost Orb. I got a Demon Bane. We got Soulstone of the Wolves. That and Black Book of Secrets are artifacts. This is a particularly good artifact too, though better to have earlier in the game. Pendant of Luck, Skull Staff, a Brazen Vessel, a Fever Fetish. This is pretty nice. 2 fire gems a turn. And then, you know, these 2 are boosters. A Crown of the Ivy King. That's another artifact. Not great. It's a cheap artifact, but it's okay. It's basically like getting 1 nature gem a turn. A Lightless Lantern, a Bloodthorn, that's another booster. Boots of the Messenger, Brazen Vessel, another booster. A Staff of Elemental Mastery, a very good booster. A Dragon Helmet, a Demon Bane, Boots of the Messenger, and an Amulet of Anti-Magic. So very, very good haul for us. And we got a bunch of events. So let's see what the events are. The Knights, dealing with some unrest. We got a bunch of the rebirth events. We got minus 11 unrest here. We got plus 11 nature gems. We got 3 gems. And here we come to the Firebird events. We got 20 gold, or 20 income in Godhaven. We got a boatload of gems here in Atlantis. We got 20 income in Bogarus, which I think these effectively comes out to 60 with Gift of Nature's Bounty. 7 nature gems. Then we got about 10 more gems in God's Haven. Then 8 more gems. Then 500 gold. Ring of Water Breathing. It's not bad. Slave Collar. Woo! Just kidding. 600 gold and about 6 more gems. And we got some imps. And then, oh my god, we got a lot of gems from this one. This is, let's add this up. We got 15 plus 14, that's almost 30. Plus, we'll call it like 6 more. So I don't know, it's like 35 plus gems. And not bad, one of the better events in the game. We got 5 more gems. We got 7 more gems. Then we got 20 more gems. So yeah, we probably got 100 gems this turn. And we've got some heretics. We've got a Vettihag and some wolves. And so this turn, we forgot to take... There's one Vettiheim province we forgot to hit. But we've killed now the golem, which was the only... And the stuff in the capital. So I don't think there's really much left. And he actually has to own a province, not just lay siege to a fort to count as in the game. So if we defend this province, which we're moving some guys in to do just that, and we'll probably PD dump this a bit more. If we defend this province, and we take this one, and we defend this one, then I think we win. Or not win, I mean we kill Vaettiheims, which... sadly for us, Archocephali didn't make it to the end. He got killed by Calum, but our prophecy that Archocephali would outlive Vettiheim almost came true. Almost. So now the game state is pretty obvious, I think. Like, we are way ahead in income. So, like, income, they're down here. So we're like 8 times people's income. That's because of Gift of Nature's Bounty, largely. But we're still almost double people's income. Gem income, however, is very close. We're probably... Actually, I bet you we're a little bit behind Calum, because they've gotten a bunch of the monkey spoils. I don't know. We're probably about tied, I'd guess. And that's pretty important. Now, we do have bonus 100 gem income. I think this was us putting up Maelstrom, which is 27. So 100 would be like... Here, not 100, we probably have 70. So we probably have... While we're tied with our Firebird, we're probably like this much for real income. which nobody knows how much that is. So we are a bit ahead in gem income, but only because of Firebirds, really, which don't show up in this graph. But otherwise, we're probably tied. And then TNG is probably right around here. That's my guess. So probably double TNG. And it's really, like, if you look at who's left in the game, I think we're in position 1 by about as far. I really tried this game to get TNG to rise with me. That was kind of my general plan, was like to have them be my partner in crime this game. And we would get big together. They just didn't get as big as quickly. And I tried, but I think a lot of it was how much time was available to the player, which is unfortunate. It really is. Because I really wanted them to be like big with me at the end, and then we would fight. However, for research, they've got pretty good research. They're going to be right around here. So they probably don't have... they're going to have a couple 9s. So they're going to have 9s in whatever they deemed important. So we should be able to have pretty cool battles. Dominion. This is one you can see, since we've gotten all these temples built, it's really started to go crazy. This one's going to keep going up. I don't think people are going to contest us in Dominion, and it's going to start pushing these guys down. Army size for us is going a little bonkers too, because we're free spawning basically out of all our forts with all this money we have. And then ascension points, here we go. So we're pretty clearly in position 1. So this turn in the game chat, we kind of said, good game to Vettiheim, and we were salty with them at a point because they stabbed us in the back, but I think that sin is forgiven. So anyway, we said good game and wished them well in their next. And their message as they were kind of bowing out was, good luck dealing with Bogarus, everyone. Which I think is very fair. We are in a very strong position. I think when you look at the moves of all the players, I think everybody was pretty rational. TNG, it made sense for them to eat Vettiheim, and they got a lot of land out of it. I think the only thing that I might have tried to do different if I were them is if I were Caleb, I probably would have tried to get the monkeys to split fighting me rather than to go fight them. But if they had finished, I think a lot of this is like timing, like if they were able to finish the monkeys before we finished Vettiheim, I think this would be really good for them. But yeah, I don't know. I think people mostly did pretty rational things. I was pretty ready to defend myself, I think, on a flank, but it would have been nice for other people if they could have attacked us before we had finished off Vettiheim, I think. There's and it wasn't a very big window, because once Vettiheim started falling, it was, it all happened pretty quick. And the thing was, the thing that really made us, we were just a bit in position 1. Not by a huge amount, but by a margin, but not a huge margin, as Vettiheim was starting to fall. We didn't put up Gift of Nature's Bounty until Kalem was just direly entangled into the war with the monkeys. Which is a pretty good time to put, if you're going to put up a global that you think is going to give you some major advantage and will attract the attention of a coalition, that's the time to do it. And there was really not going to be an easy way for the monkeys and the birds to disentangle themselves. Because it would basically, the monkeys would have to give up so much land it didn't really matter. Anyway, so I don't know. I think people acted pretty rationally. It just was, I think we timed Gift of Nature's Bounty real well. So, all that being said, they said, good luck dealing with Bogarus. And I replied, and I basically said, yeah, good game. And yeah, we're feeling really strong right now. And I think the next phase of the game is going to be everybody versus us. So we'll see if we're in a good enough position to handle that. And I think that is the next phase in the game. So I basically then pinged Kalem and TNG and asked if I have naps with both of them and asked if they were ready to fight. So it's not really me ending. I was basically like, look, y'all just tell me when y'all are ready to fight and we'll do it. But it's probably about go time. So it wasn't really like nap ending. It was more just like, tell me when y'all are ready to fight, and we'll do this. Because, you know, they've been good neighbors and stuff all game. And if I didn't want to bother Caleb. If they wanted to finish this off with the monkeys, they could. So if they were like, give us 5 turns to see if we can finish it off with the monkeys, I would have said sure. And then I would have basically logged in and summoned a bunch of demons and hit end turn 5 times. And then we'd fight. Which I think like the optimal move for me would be to try to stab T and Chi before Caleb could finish the monkeys. But this is where it's like people that have been friendly to me all game, I don't have any issue just saying, you know, like let's fight. And it makes sense given we have Gift of Nature's Bounty for them to both fight us. So yeah, I don't know. Try to end my games with honor, and you know, if it doesn't work out, if we end up getting conquered because they 2v1 us and Gift of Nature's Bounty either comes down or what have you, we will accept our fate like good little citizens. And I think it will be a more spectacular end to have everybody ready as we go for the Final Thrones. Now, that being said, I think we're going to have it. They basically said, let's just end our nap now and we'll fight. So that means attack orders execute on turn 84. So I think we'll plan to try to take this throne from Tianchi. And otherwise, we're just going to plan to kind of conquer Tianchi. For Calum, we'll get ready to have a big battle here. And we're going to try to do this in waves. And I'm going to try to bait him to using armies and mages. And then consequently flames from the skying it. So I'll probably put one army on there that's scary. And he's going to have to like bring everything. And at the same time, we're going to plan on it. I'll try not to put a lot of items on him. Maybe just a few items to protect key mages. But basically, just plan on that army getting completely destroyed. And we will just flames from the sky the crap out of whatever he moves to kill it. And then we'll move our next army in. And we'll keep doing that. Meanwhile, we'll be raiding like crazy. You can see we have a ton of gems. Some of this is okay in the late game, I think, having a ton of gems. Like, this is a bank for flames from the sky. This is a bank for cloud trapeze spam and air elemental spam. This is basically if we want to put a vengeful water. Earth, I've been using to alchemize mostly back into pearl, so that's where most of my earth gems will go. Death, we actually need to spend a lot of these. We're trying to get more Ghost Rider summoners, and just have liches lying around. And nature, we're banking up again in case we need to recast Gift of Nature's Bounty. Or Gift of Health or something if a global spot opens. And blood, we actually have labs in all our provinces. So, and I think we spent most all of our slaves this turn. So this is pretty close to our actual blood income. It's about 700 a turn, I think. Maybe 750. So I think we had a bit left over at the end of the turn. Maybe it's a little less, maybe it's 600. But you can see it's pretty strong. So, what does all this mean? Well, it means we need to start moving armies in position. We're generally going to try to spread Kalen's attention, and we're going to make it look like we go for a throne rush while really we're taking a bunch of his territory elsewhere. Yeah, it's going to be exciting, guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. So, we'll do part of the turn here together, because I haven't done most of it. And we will, then I'll sign off with the video and we'll get back on and finish the turn, and you will see the results of that next time. So if you just kind of wanted to stick your head in here for the summary of the turn, that's probably a good time for you to check out. If you want to see some of the happenings of how we do a turn this late in the game, then hang tight. All right, so this is the army that we had from Vaettiheims. I think a good goal for this army would be maybe come over here and take Phalegra, actually. Because a lot of his stuff, we look at it, most of his armies are over here. Well, he has a big army here, too. Maybe we split this. I think we're going to split this army. We're going to send half north and half south. So let's go ahead and do that. I can't remember if I had a... Yeah, we have this guy building a citadel here. But let's send the majority of the Mage Corps north. And we'll park them right here. I don't want to park them exactly on the border. We'll park them near the border. And then half of the demons we will send south. And we'll park them here. The demon locusts, which let's make sure we got them all selected. We need to find a special place for them because, well, basically, oh, there's a Vettiheim province right here. We need to kill this to get rid of their dominion. A well of Whitewater. It would be nice if we could fort this as well. Like a magic phase fort. So we can have a vampire lord who's coming here. He can cast 3 red seconds and fort this up next turn. And we're building a palisade here. Well, we can put flying boots and like a ring of water breathing or something and send some guy in. But I think what we want to do this turn, where's our golem? I think we're going to kit this golem to go underwater. He's already a poor amphibian, so that's fine. We're just going to take this stuff off of him. And we're going to YOLO him underwater. So Charcoal Shield doesn't work underwater. Sculptata Volturnus does. I don't think we have that, though. And the Coral Blade isn't really great for this job. So I think we'll give him this. And let's see if we have any better kits to give him. Maybe we give him... Might actually have to look here for a better... Let's see if somebody has like a brand. We probably should make some of those brands. Because I don't see any at the moment. Yeah. Okay. Let's see if we have Boots of Quickness here. Well, I'm going to pause it. We'll find it. All right, so I've located all the items. Let's go ahead and kit him up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a Sculptata Volturnus on here. We're going to get rid of this Bloodthorn. I don't think it's actually going to help very much. And I think what we will give him in his other hand will be this Coral Sword again, because he's going to be trampling. I found this, and we'll put this on him. And I found Boots of Quickness, we'll put that on him. And then for the other items, I'm not quite sure. I think we give him... What should we give him? I don't know if this works on inanimate. Let's see, what do we give him? What's our protection here? 20? That's pretty good. Let's do... And I don't really have very good thug items, if we're being completely honest about it. Let's give him... Give him that, just because why not? I'm trying to find something that will do literally anything. Because right now there's really not much that is going to do a single thing if I put it. I mean, we can give him some cold resistance, I guess. In case there's a water mage. And then we'll give him a couple pearls. And we are going to teleport him underwater. And try to take this last Vettiheim province. So we're actually going to give him a thug kit now. Or a thug script. Body Ethereal, and then we're going to do Resist Magic, and then we're going to do Astral Shield. Then we're going to do Attack Closest. And that should work. And, okay, so then we take this. Oh my goodness, look at all those Fiends of Darkness. Hoggers. So that is our plan to take this. This province down here we also need to take. I'm thinking this is a pretty good job for these guys. And I think what we'll do is we'll send them in with a bit of mage support here. And let's see if we can give him a few more bodyguards to get off Soul Vortex. I'll just spread these guys around here. And yeah, Rush of Strength, Reinvigoration, and Soul Vortex. Yeah, that should work. I don't think he's going to have much that's going to have anything to say against that. And I don't know what Yeoman has here, but we'll find out. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and take this. And I don't think... These guys might be able to move here, though. What if he moved literally everybody here? I think we would be pretty sad. I think we'd be very sad. We're building a palisade here, by the way, so I think we're actually going to go ahead and construct a lab, get that out of the way. And we're preaching here. We're going to go ahead and move this guy over this way, and we'll move this guy over here. We're building a lab here. I think I want to do Arrowfend with one of these guys. I think we're going to move this guy over here, and he's just basically going to drop Arrowfend. Because if there are a bunch of... If they have Howling Bows and he sends a lot, that'll be helpful. All right. And this is all something we can afford to lose. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I want to make sure Vettiheim's dead. And honestly, if he kills this whole stack and I lose these Demon Locusts... Yeah, whatever. Whatever. I think this is okay. I'm a little worried. I'm pretty sure he can two-phase province move in here, but not with a bunch of mages. Barb Heavy Horsemen. They're not going to have Howling Bows. All right, anyway, I think we're fine here. We've got these guys patrolling. These guys are moving around. This guy's patrolling. We'll hit this also with Send Lesser Horror. Just to soften it up. And build Palisade. Yeah, we can't really preach any more than we already are. It might be good to make one of my Air 2s a... don't we have some? Let's come down here. I might not have another Staretza yet. Yeah, okay, we're making some more. But yeah, we still got both of our domes up. We've got the Dome of Corruption, we've got the Dome of Solid Air in both of these. I think we've got... Have we done the Dome of Solid Air? We haven't. That would not be a bad idea to cast this turn. Meanwhile, our dudes here are all getting horror marked to hell. Are we upgrading this fort? It does not look like we are. A lot of this, let me show you all the other part of this turn. So I showed you all the events, but then look at this. This Grippa sent me a note. He's like, this is my favorite part of the turn. Like 14 fort messages. Yeah, we're very busy on the fort front. Okay, this guy, well, that's an air dome caster. Do we have... oh, wait. Oh, this guy's holding a global up. Okay, I mean, I guess we can just magic phase anybody. I mean, honestly, we can do one of our astropologists. This guy we should honestly twice-born. Are we going to be super sweaty and twice-born him all the way over here where we've got the Sacred Grove? Oh my god, he cannot move very far at all. Wow, he is so slow. These are 7... Yeah, these are... Oh, wait, no, it's +6. Where's our other ones that are much higher? I mean, he's probably not even going to get over here before the game ends. That's not going to work either. This is a horrible idea. Let's just have him cast Twiceborn. We should have a Skull Staff somewhere. I think we got one of those as spoils. Let's go find out where it is, and we'll come back and equip this guy with it. It's always an important part is coming through and delooting. Like, did Chill Soul, was he the guy? I might have actually put that on him. Nope, he picked that up. This guy, we put something on him. Okay. Maybe we found a Skull Staff. So we're going to Twiceborn you so that we can do weird little Twiceborn shenanigans. And I just saw we had a Skull Face, which I could have used. We'll do our blood stuff here too. So because we have labs, a lot of our annoying blood micro is all gone. And instead, we have interesting micro. Are there Demon Knights in here? I kind of want to pocket ship him. Yeah, we can hardly move at all. I think we let the Demon Knights go. How much movement do the imps have? A lot. Okay. Okay, we're going to move these guys here, and then from here they'll be able to get down to this throne. This will probably be the round 2 army. Okay, so now for a lot of our blood micro. Not micro, macro. We're going to do Infernal Tempest. Up here we are casting a bunch of Storm Demons, which we need to get the hell out of here. We're going to cast it some more. Infernal Tempest. Where's... We probably need another golem, too. This is the guy. Where's he headed? Okay, he's coming up for this Kalem throne. That makes a tremendous amount of sense to me. Who came up with such a good idea? 14. God, these Demon Knights are so slow. That's okay, though. They'll get there in time. We'll site search with you. I believe... Wait, what did this guy cast? Theodosi. Did he forge something? He must have forged something. I don't see his name in the list. Okay, he forged me something. Let's see what there's left to forge. Bow of the Titans would not be horrible. We could definitely Seeking Arrow some of Kalem's stuff. Though we can probably make that down there in our Steel Evans. Black Mirror is pretty good. Protection of Garyon. Okay, I don't know what we cast. I thought he would have cast... It'd be cool if you could look up like the log of see what he's done. To see what he's done. Yeah, there's no summons here. He probably forged something. What is this? Let's do, wait, Blood Astral. What are we going to do with that? I think this guy was sending Lesser Horror. What do we do with you? I think we're going to have this guy. I think he needs one more blood booster. And we'll have him also make Storm Demons. This guy, it's a long way for him to make Storm Demons. He might be able to, though. 4, it's not enough to get him to 5. How are we going to get him to 5? Do I have a Black Book of Secrets? I do. Okay, well, he's now high enough. Now I just have to give him a Air Hat, which we happen to have. And he's also going to make Storm Demons, which are going to be very good against, well, both Kalem and Tianchi, I think. What we needed to make some water items. I think we need some brands. We're going to make some frost brands real quick. I pulled one off of one of my thugs. I found one, but I didn't find 2. That's why we turned our golem into a trampler. All right, this guy's going, he's in a pretty good spot. He's in a pretty damn good spot. We're preaching here. That's the other thing we have to do for micro, is make sure we move our priests out to the preaching front, which is like deep in Vettiheim lands. Because it's very easy when you're doing this micro, like this guy isn't helping, right? So we'll send him deep over here. Yeah, this guy's done too. So we'll send him deep over here. We'll send this guy. We'll keep this guy preaching here just so that when we attack, we can deploy him. And by the way, after this, I think we'll probably skip the rest of the turns to the build-up. We'll probably search with you. This is probably enough. We'll do another Send Lesser Horror here just to make sure nothing happens. And we'll send this guy south. We'll send this guy... wait, this guy, I want to be able to cast... Let's look at Kalem and see if Murdering Winter is going to be good. I don't think it will. I know he has some cold resistance on most of his troops. The Raven Guard don't have any, and they will be cut down by Murdering Winter. The Ice Clad certainly do, and these are, in some ways, the creme de la creme of the Kalem units, except they're expensive, but they have really good protection. The Spirehorn Warriors, let's find them. They have cold 5. That will, because in cold 3, they will take 14 damage, which will get reduced to 9. So I don't know. I think we still cast it at a Doom stack. We're going to move this around, though, and keep site searching. And we'll just patrol with these random guys. It's better than having them site search. And we'll move you over here. And I don't know what you were doing, but we'll move you over here. We have a Stalker here, which I think will move inside this throne. And we'll give him, if we can, some stupid boots I never want to see again, like these boots of the spider. And we'll give you... Well, you're fine. We'll have you preach. This guy is a Blood 3 mage. So he can do Send Lesser Horror. But he can also site search for higher blood. I think we'll do that. But he'd just like me to find some blood discount site here at the very end. And we're just going to set some of these guys to casually patrol. This guy can site search, actually. Here we need to turn on mage recruitment. I think we're going to turn on Master of Names. They're really, really good. I'm going to have you site search here too. This is where we got the golem, by the way. So I already pulled off most of the gear, I believe. I thought he was coming here because he has scouts. He mostly knows where I'm trying to build forts. And he's trying to take my forts out. As he should. I think we'll patrol with you. Don't think there's much need to patrol with you, but we'll do it. We'll go ahead and script this guy. This, by the way, is like one of the super budget defenses you can do. I'll do Marble Warriors here. We're not quite high enough. If you put boots on this guy, which we can do for 6 gems, he can do Army of Gold like this. But I think this will work. We've got a vampire. I think we're going to... We don't have much patrol chaff here. We'll go ahead and give this guy... we'll let him blood hunt. And with you, good sir, this is an Astral 3. These guys are really valuable. They're really good for Master and Slave. We're going to have him site search here. We'll toss on a Skull of Flames. And we'll give him... I think if I see Staretza running around, I'll go ahead and just hand them a... whatever you call it. One of these Demon Banes. Yeah, we'll just, because you can tell I'm running out of inventory space. So that's part of late game kind of Dominion stuff. Oh, let's finish our blood. I know I said we were going to do it, and then we kind of paused. So here we're making another vampire. These guys... we are making... It'd be kind of good to get more Archdevils. Here we're doing more Forces of Darkness. Oh, this other guy can't do it. We're going to have to put a blood item on him. This guy we were doing Demon Knights. This guy we were doing Forces of Darkness. I think he did a bunch of Locust spam a hot minute ago. Like here we actually did it. Yeah, most of them aren't, well, some of them might have been patrolling. Oh, I think we had some guys here that were patrolling, and then the Demon Locusts arrived on top. That's why, but we didn't have the fort up yet, so that's why they showed up in combat. We're going to do Wish here in a hot moment. I believe that hot moment is now. So here's how we do it. We're doing Shift E, which is the hotkey for alchemizing Earth into Astral. So it's like capital E. We're going to wish for gems. We're going to put these guys on monthly Vineman summoning. Also, we're going to give this guy this thing, which is going to let him summon a lot of Vinemen. And we're going to put him on Vineman summoning as well, but the one that's free. These guys, are we still making them? No. We're going to go ahead and move them out here to the front. One thing you can do that I have been doing, I don't think I showed you, is you can turn off armies and arrows, and now it's a lot easier to see just your infrastructure. And I was doing this to comb through and see if I missed any labs or temples. Like here we're missing a temple, and look, I had just moved this guy out because I was like, oh, we need to move him to the front. No, his job was actually to build a temple this turn. That's why he's here. But I forgot, because it's a big, complicated thing, doing one of these turns, and you forget stuff. And this is a good way to come through and double-check that you got everything. So I'm looking through at these icons. I've got all of the temples. We need to build one here, but we don't have anybody. This guy was preaching here, but we're going to go ahead and move him to Bogarus. You can't see the lines, because I have that turned off right now. But I don't believe I have any holy dudes here. I don't. But we've got labs and temples, labs and temples, labs and temples, labs and temples everywhere. And this place we need to build some. We are 3 turns away. I think we saw... Do we see any cool... No. I thought we might have seen some cool battles. Oh, the other thing I didn't mention. So, because we're going to be fighting Tianchi and Patala... Let me turn the thing on. They have agreed to a ceasefire. Patala said they're not really interested in fighting me because they just got beat to hell by the birds. But they'll log in and maybe do some eco and hit in turn while the birds fight me. So, yeah. So the birds are going to fight. And, yeah. That's how it's going to go. We probably need these guys actually more positioned over here so that I can hit most of my desired targets. And I think I want to start handing out these flame focus staffs if I've got them. Oh, we actually don't have very many. We need to make a bunch. And we need to do a bunch more blood hunting too. So let's do, let's figure out where I have people blood hunting that don't have sanguine dowsing rods. And let's remedy that as quickly as we can. Because I know I had set a swath of people to it. We can also have new blood hunting operations. Okay, I don't really see these places which I thought existed. Okay, let's hand these guys out. And they will help patrol. All right, and then we're going to have these guys blood hunt. Got to get these items out of my inventory. And that's one way to make yourself blood hunt more, is you just make the sanguine dowsing rods and then you make sure you get them out of your inventory every turn. You make it a problem for your future self to have to manage. Like I don't know when I'm making them where I'm going to blood hunt necessarily. Okay, here we go. That's what I was looking for. Oh, but we don't have a lab here yet. That's fine. Okay, this guy's patrolling. This guy's patrolling. Perfect. That means this guy can blood hunt. And we'll have you site search. And what else? Joman's basically kind of staling. They kind of stopped playing. It's a little sad. I mean, they're in a kind of desperate position, but they haven't really done anything for a long time. I mean, really, the whole game. They kind of defended themselves, and I don't think they've done anything after that. I'm a little disappointed in them. A little disappointed, son. All right, and we're going to make a few more vampires here, and you can see we're down to 92 blood slaves left. Here we're going to make some more sanguine dowsing rods because we need more blood. Get a nice little discount on those. We've got 60 blood slaves left, and that might be about how many we end the turn with. Here we're going to make... I think we're going to make another Skull of Fire. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take you. This guy needs a Demon Bane. And we're going to go ahead... For big flames from the sky casting, we're going to need a lot of these fire boosters. That's why I've been mass producing them. How old are we? 48? 48 out of 42? What does this do? 48 out of 40? Yeah, this definitely makes them age faster. I'm not actually opposed to making some Boots of Youth. Let's see if we can come through and do that. Let's have this guy make another big blood booster too. We'll have him make one of these Armor of Souls. And let's make some Boots of Youth here. These only take a blood 2 mage. These are kind of nice. They give 3 reinvigoration. I think they're a great item in general. Oh man, I'm actually thinking about it. They don't, I don't think they change your age. But I'm thinking, I got a game coming up with Ulm, where if I break into blood, those would be pretty good to have. I actually want to test a few things with that. Okay, you good sir, we'll have you make another... I don't think we have any hammers left. I'll have you make another one of these blood thorns, and we're down to 0, so we've spent all of our things. That's really good. This guy was summoning a golem. Do we want to summon another one? Yeah, let's summon another golem. Which we're going to have to alchemize. I think we'll do air. And I just want to have golems around in case I need them. Because, like, I'm big enough, too, where, like, I can't teleport everywhere. So I want to have people, like, strategically deployed. Okay, we're going to patrol here. And this guy... Oh. Well, that sucks, because this guy can cast, and we probably see it here. Well, maybe not. Oh yeah, here's some storm demons. Oh, we've actually kind of got a lot. We're going to go ahead and turn off a vampire casting to get another one of... We're going to site search with this guy instead. And we're going to actually cast another Infernal Tempest here. And I will ferry these guys out if I can. Where did I put these stupid guys? 21. Beautiful. We'll have this guy run down this way. And you, good sir, there's not much for you to do. We'll patrol with you. And we'll have him do just mind burn spam. And this guy, we'll have him wait. This guy, we're going to site search. Here we're going to... And by the way, y'all are getting now like the full dose of all of the micro. Let this guy preach. Are we making more? Yeah, we don't need more. I'm going to turn this guy on. We've still got 4,000 gold to spend. And I tell you what, guys, we are not going to leave until we're done. Let's go ahead and bring this guy over here. Let this guy over this way to pick up troops and be able to patrol them around. We need to upgrade... Oh, no, we're already upgrading this fort. I believe we're upgrading... Oh, this one we are too. Okay. Are we upgrading this one? This one we are. Just got to stay on top of that fort upgrade game when you got Gifted Nature's Bounty up. Okay, this guy, I don't know where he's going to go. We'll put him over here for now. Are we upgrading every fort? God, we're so good, guys. I came through earlier and I did some of this, but it's nice to see you don't miss anything, because we've got literally every fort being upgraded that's not. We got another Master Smith here. I think what we do is I want to actually get another hammer. And we'll have this guy making... I don't know. We'll have him just wait a turn. I'll do site search so he pops up in my queue next turn for me to manage. It's kind of like little things like that also help with the late game, like not assigning people to research or whatever. Like having them pop up, like using the queue system the game has to pop them back up into your attention in the next turn. And what are we going to do with you? Let's go ahead and put this back in here. And I think we have somebody already searching. We'll have this guy Blood Hunt. Even though it's a really high income province. I'll have this guy Blood Hunt too. All three of them, I guess. And I think actually we have enough blood boosters to keep up with our blood economy. We had, before we didn't have enough blood boosters to spend all the slaves we were getting, so we had to make a bunch, like a bunch. But I think that part is done now. This guy's site search, so he pops up in my queue again. This guy has been making hats for me. We're going to make one more hat. This is probably going to be the last one. And there we go. We got through our queue. It wasn't even that long. And this was probably like 2/3 of the turn. And it only took about an hour. So I don't know. I think that's about how long turns have been taking, is like an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 30 minutes. And like 2 hours if we have some important battles to script. I haven't been putting a ton of time into scripting these battles. And that's part of why I've been losing a lot of them to Vettiheim. Because like some of it's just been sloppy. I think you can do a lot better with these guys in the late game than I've been doing. But we've been fighting away from our power base. But now our power base is here. We've set up shop. We're slamming mage production. I think I've got mage production turned on in every fort. Oh, and this is the final thing we have to do for the turn, is spend all our money. So what we're going to do is whoops. Oh, we don't have it turned on here. So what we're going to do is if we have a place where we need to turn it on, we're going to do that. And everything on the border, I want to be making troops. And this is going to be more valuable than making PD, even though our troops aren't that great. And we can make troops here. All this is going to be very important for protecting our mage core. And let's make... we need to make some of these guys too. I'll have them popping out of this fort. And we'll slam production here. And you can see we only have 3,000 left. And we'll turn this on here. And I think we now have basically it going in all forts. Maybe not down here. We'll go ahead and make another priest dude. Slam some more of these. Are we making a lab? We are making a lab here, and we are upgrading the fort, correct? We are. Okay. That all looks fine to me. Yeah, this all looks very fine. And so now the question, I think... I believe the question is, where do we spend the rest of our money? Because we've maxed out mages in every single fort, which is, by the way, now a lot of forts. We've been preparing for this for a while. You know, we overbuilt on infrastructure. By overbuilt, I mean we weren't recruiting mages in every single fort, and instead we were putting up forts. That generally is overbuilding and not a good idea, but we were preparing for this Gift of Nature's Bounty cast. There's other reasons to do it too, like it can help in raiding, like raiding wars, but mostly you want to avoid it, in my opinion. Okay, so now we have to figure out where to spend it. I think what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll start jacking. It would make sense to kind of wait and spend it more as you get closer to actually needing it. You know, like your gold's not going to go anywhere. You can just sit here and bank it. There is an overflow limit, which you practically could reach with Gift of Nature's Bounty. I forget what it is, though. It's really high. We probably won't unless we're really, really negligent, which I don't expect will be. Let's check all of our PD, make sure we don't have any outliers here. I think everything's at 31 at least. I think that's fine. I think we'll end with some gold in the tank here. You can see our upkeep is going up like crazy. We're at 8,000. If we lose Gift of Nature's Bounty, we'll probably turn back on the mass mage suicide thing. But right now we don't want to, because our other mages, human mages, are going to be, in general, more useful at the moment. But the final thing to do for any turn is to organize your inventory some. And if you don't ever organize it, well, you're going to be very sad. Let's figure out where to hide this. We'll probably just take some random dude. I just need to get this out of my inventory. These things are clogging it up. It used to be you could try to get these deposited on enemy commanders, but you can't do that anymore, so we're not even going to bother with it. We have some of these lightning rods we probably should hand out to get... Let's see if we can do that, to get more corpse constructs going. We needed air death mages, which practically is just our Staretza. Okay, these guys are going full speed ahead. Let's see if there's anybody here. We probably have some here. This guy's doing Twiceborn. Do we have any other air death? This guy's doing corpse constructs. You can see we're pretty on top of our game for the most part in terms of having mages do what they need to do. This guy's doing skull staffs. Do we have any other ones? I'm scanning through the paths. I don't see anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have them. We might have one over here in Vettiheim. Like, this is an air death mage. I want to say there's someone over near here. It's also possible we lost him, or maybe he's part of some other army or contingent. Yeah, maybe we lost him. That kind of is the way of things after all. Nothing seems to last very long. Did I move all of my priests that need to move? I think so. Nope. This guy needs to move over here. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's I don't think I'm gonna have success finding a place to put these lightning rods for now. So but you know, you've got to be organized, guys, especially when you've got big inventories like this. Really important. We'll put our storm staffs. Let's see how we're going to organize this. This is going to be my astral booster line. I'll have a blood booster line somewhere over here too. Let's get these over here. You can see we've got a lot of astral boosters, and a lot of them are already deployed, like on units. It's a Crown of the Titans. That will be useful. Oh, that needs to get put on somebody. We've got a few of these left. Got a lot of blood boosters. Because the thing is, you end up if you don't organize your inventory, you end up over making things, like making things you don't need. Or at least I do. See, this we need to use, or like you end up not using items you need to use. Tome of Gaia, Earth and Nature Magic. Put that down here. Some more blood stuff. See, we've got, look at all these sanguine dowsing rods that were lying around. This is part of our golem kit. We've also got a lot of items which I like just might not ever use. Let's assign some of these too. Where did I have? I think we're going to put this on this guy. Okay, these are Temp Gem items. Put our storm staffs up here because we got a couple of them. This will be part of this kit. This has to get deployed. Okay. This should go next to the horror harmonica. And then some things like this skull mentor, we're just going to get rid of it. If we were min-maxing, we would put it on somebody and then use it as a gym bait later, but we're not. We're just trying to maintain order. We also need a place for all of our pin gear. And you can see we've got some down here. This will be our pin gear line. And all of our water-breathing stuff should be over here too. I might make a water-breathing province. Like, maybe we just take this one and we just put all of our water breathing stuff here. Because we have a lot of it. We're just going to park it here on these guys. Well, we can actually double stack it so that they look more conspicuous rather than hiding it on farther units down. So yeah, we'll just do this. I don't in general like this, but it's at least a little easier to find it if you do it this way. So, okay, we'll give him this. This is all of our water breathing gear. There's also bad things that can happen when you do stuff like this, and that you can, like, you know, get assassinated or whatever if like astral corruption goes up or what have you. So it's something to be mindful of. Now we also want to start casting our wolf thing. So we'll have somebody here cast wolf. We'll have this guy do it. Well, let's have somebody that's not in a frontline province that would be targeted. So like right here. We'll have this guy. We'll have him monthly do Call of the Wild on this province. And we'll come back in and manage our inventory. We've got the Ankh down here. Oh, this should go on the water-breathing province, which I believe is right over here. Okay, this is our pin gear. We probably need another pin gear set too, so that's something we need to go about forging this turn. I want to get... Let's have this guy make some more clams of pearls. And let's get... What are people making? Forging a skull staff? Skull of fire, that's reasonable. What else are we making here? We probably need more hammers. Flame helmet. Civitalk. Don't know who I was clicked on. Okay. Yeah, we really are low on hammers. We probably need to make a fair number more, and then... I think we can do that this turn, actually. We don't really need Armor of the Knights. We need hammers. So let's give him some Earth Boots. We'll have him make a hammer. And we'll have this guy. No, we'll make 2 hammers. That's good enough. It would be better to make them in the steel forges with these guys, but we can't let them... We had to kick them out of the steel forges because of the Dome of Corruption. Okay, and now we need to deploy the rest of our Sanguine Dowsing Rods. And this is how you do late game micro, my friends. You gotta stay organized. You can't... If you start letting little things go like... Oh, well, we're not gonna give everybody orders every turn, or, you know, whatever it is. There's just bad things are gonna happen. This kind of advance. Like, little things, too, like we're not at war, so I don't have everything scripted right. We'll have to come back, and the first turn of war is going to be huge, setting up defenses everywhere. But this is just, like, very basic micro that, in my opinion, is super important to do. Okay, temp gem items. Where are we putting those? They got a water lens somewhere. Flame focus staff. I'll keep that down here. Oh, here's our water lens. Here's our death booster. Let's have our strong miscellaneous items down here. Put this with our flames from the sky gear. Strong miscellaneous are at the very bottom. This can go with our blood stuff. So strong miscellaneous. We don't need at the moment. And I believe that most things have a place now. And this is all how you stay organized. This actually is kind of the... Oh, I think we do this, actually. Range boosters. We can go over here. No, I want to keep my flames from the sky stuff up here. I know, like, some of this isn't logical. Like, we have the range boosters on a separate thing. Anyway, this is how we're doing it for now. I'll put this actually down. No, this is a good spot for it. And we'll have to do this again next turn. But you have to do this basically every turn, or you start losing track of stuff real fast. And we'll fill up probably, like, to here. I don't know. We'll probably fill up the first row with stuff, and then we just have to sort it out. And then as you move items around too, there's, you know, some inevitable waste. We can probably actually make a few more sanguine dowsing rods this turn. We've got this guy researching with the sanguine dowsing rod. That's going to get handed to somebody. All right, more sanguine dowsing rods. And I feel more comfortable making more this turn too, now that we've cleared out our inventory some. All right. So I think that's it, guys. I think we hit in turn. And yeah, we get ready for our final confrontation with TNG and Calum. And it should be fun. So we'll probably do, next episode will probably be a few turns in one, or I might even skip these turns entirely and it just pops back and we're like fighting these guys. Stay tuned.